The Dagesh is a diacritic used in the Hebrew alphabet. It was added to the Hebrew orthography at the same time as the Masoretic system of Nikud. It takes the form of a dot placed inside a Hebrew letter and has the effect of modifying the sound in one of two ways. An identical mark called mapik has a different phonetic function, and can be applied to different consonants. The same mark is also employed in the vowel shurik. Dagesh and mapik symbols are often omitted in writing. For instance, is often written as. The use or omission of such marks is usually consistent throughout any given context. The two functions of Dagesh are distinguished as either kal or hazik. Dagesh kal. A Dagesh kal or Dagesh kal may be placed inside the consonants bet, gimel, dalet, kaf, p and tav. Historically, each had two sounds. One hard and one soft depending on the position of the letter and other factors. When vowel diacritics are used, the hard sounds are indicated by a central dot called dagesh, while the soft sounds lack a dagesh. In modern Hebrew, however, the dagesh only changes the pronunciation of bet, kaf, and p. Only in Ashkenazi pronunciation tav without a dagesh is pronounced s, while in other traditions it is assumed to have been pronounced theta at the time Nikud was introduced. In modern Hebrew, it is always pronounced t. The letters gimel and dalet may also contain a dagesh kal. This is believed to have indicated an allophonic variation of the phonemes, and d at the time Nikud was introduced, a variation which no longer exists in modern Hebrew pronunciation. The variations are believed to have been equals or j equals d equals th. The Hebrew spoken by the Jews of Yemen still has unique phonemes for these letters with and without a dagesh. Pronunciation in Israel's general population, the pronunciation of some of the above letters has become identical to the pronunciation of others. Dagesh hazik. Dagesh hazik or Dagesh hazik may be placed in almost any letter. This indicated a gemination of that consonant in the pronunciation of pre-modern Hebrew. This phonemic variation is not adhered to in modern Hebrew and is only used in careful pronunciation, such as reading of scriptures in a synagogue service, recitations of biblical or traditional texts or on ceremonious occasions, and then only by very precise readers. The following letters, the gutturals, almost never have a dagesh: aleph, he, chet, ayin, resh. The presence of a dagesh hazik or consonant doubling in a word may be entirely morphological, or, as is often the case, is a lengthening to compensate for a deleted consonant. A dagesh hazik may be placed in letters for one of the following reasons. The letter follows a definite article. For example, shamayim, heaven, in Gen 1-8 is hashemayim, the heaven, in Gen 1-1. The letter follows the prefix mem with the hieratic vowel, where this prefix is an abbreviation for the word min, meaning from. For example, the phrase, from your hand, if spelled as two words, would be min yadcha. In Gen 4:11, however, it occurs as one word, my yadicha. It marks a missing double letter. For example, compare x 6-7 lakuch t with num 23-28, where the first letter of the stem has been elided. Vayikich. If the letter follows a vav consecutive imperfect, which, in biblical Hebrew, switches a verb between perfect and imperfect. For example, compare Judges chapter 7 verse 4 Yelich, let him go, with du 31-1 Vailch, he went. If it is a marker of the binyan, for example, it is placed in the first letter of the root of a word in the imperfect form in the binyan nifl, it is placed in the second letter of the root of a word in the binyan peel or the binyan pul, it is placed in the second letter of the root of a word in the binyan hithpile, e.g., Gen. 47-31 Vayad Chazak, he strengthened himself. Rafe. In Masoretic manuscripts the opposite of a dagesh would be indicated by a rafe, a small line on top of the letter. This is no longer found in Hebrew, but may still sometimes be seen in Yiddish and Ladino Unicode encodings. In computer typography there are two ways to use a Dagesh with Hebrew text. Here are Unicode examples. Combining characters bet plus Dagesh and #1489 and #1468 equals U plus 05 D1 U plus 5 BC CAF plus Dagesh and #1499 and #1468 equals U plus 05 DB U plus 5 BCP plus Dagesh and #1508 and #1468 equals U plus 05 E4 U plus 5 BC pre-composed characters bet with Dagesh, and number 64305 equals U plus FB31 CAF with Dagesh, and number 64315 equals U plus FB3 BP with Dagesh, and number 64324 equals U plus FB44. Some fonts, character sets, encodings, and operating systems may support neither one or both methods.